So let's create our first blueprint. So how do we create a blueprint using these components? So let's go to control space here. And what we're gonna do is to basically go to our first game here, which is our folder. And we're gonna right click and create a blueprint class here. So I'm just gonna click on this one, and you will have a bunch of options, like an actor is a class you can just put in the world, a pawn is something you can possess, a character is like the player character, controller, and so on. There are a bunch of things. We have complete tutorials on blueprints too, if you want to look deeper into this. But we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna create an actor here, and we're gonna call it BP trucks, something like that. Okay, let's just save it. Double click on this, and you will open the blueprint window here. I will just drag it into my screen. There you go. So what you have here is, first you have the viewport, which is all the components that you see here on the left. If they have a visual representation, they will appear here. Okay, so we're gonna touch about the event graph and the construction script later. Actually, we're not gonna touch the construction script, only the event graph. So what we want to do is to create a blueprint with the components that we create before. So if you take a look at the level, if you press Ctrl B, you will be able to browse where is our mesh. So as I click on this one, you can put a static mesh, and put a static mesh components. And you see, because I selected the spikes here, that now I have automatically assigned the mesh. If you don't see it, basically what you need to do is to go here to the right, okay? And now you can select any kind of mesh you want. For example, you want like this thing. In our case, we're just gonna choose this one. Okay. Now it's going to choose at the base. So let's go back to our level. Click here, Control B to select it, because I have multiple of those. I will just select this one, and I will add a selection here. Okay. I will just put it in the scene root because I don't want this to be the parent. So I can just go here and then go to basically a static mesh. Go here, and you will see that I have everything on place. You can always move it if you want, but in my case, I'm just gonna leave it at 0. Okay. Actually, I can just move it a little bit. Let me remove this. Let's try to put it in position. There you go. So now if we try to play with this, you will see that we have our blueprint. Okay, so what can we do? Well, first off, let's delete these things for now. We don't really need them. So we're gonna go here to my first game, and then drag this thing here. Now if I play here, you will see that my character starts where my camera is. So if I go like really high, I will just like jump from here, and it's a good it's a good practice to have the player start here. So I will just go to the green plus icon, go to basic, and then just go to player start, and I'm just going to rotate it. You see you have an arrow here. We can just rotate it like 180 degrees, so it will face this direction. So now no matter where my camera is, I can be here, press play. I can just go here, and you will see that I have collision, right? And I really don't want that. So let's change this. The first thing is we're gonna go here, and we're gonna open this static mesh editor. Okay. So as soon as I click on this, you will see that I have my static mesh editor. Is a place where I can just do changes to the static mesh, to the properties. And if I go to show and go to simple collision, you will see that it's using these purple lines. This means this is complex collision, and it's using all the polygons that my mesh has to do the collision of of this static mesh. I really don't want that. And the reason is it can be really heavy, especially if you have a lot of polygons. So what I can do here is type complex. And instead of using this use complex collision as simple, I just go to project default. And you will see that I don't have any collision, which is what I want. So if I go here, I don't have any collision, right? And I don't want to have the collision actually. So I will just leave it like that. I'm gonna do the same for the base. So if I go here, double click on this one, you will see that I have my base here. I can type complex, use project default. And now what I can do is to put the approximate collision based on this shape, which in this case should be like a box. So let's just go to collision and add box simplified collision here. There you go. So now if we go here, we have the collision for this, but we don't have the collision for the spikes, which is what we want. Now I can just duplicate this if I want multiple spikes on my level, and I can just put them here. Great. So now that we create the blueprint here, we're gonna add some behavior into this. And we're gonna basically animate this so it can just go up and down. All right. And you know, that's it. Let's continue to add behavior to this.